Earthlings, and welcome back. My name is Kasey if you're new here, and today I'm going to show you how to get this makeup look. Jennifer Lopez stole the show Sunday night at the Oscars, and I was so mesmerized by her makeup, so that's what inspired today's look. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Tumblr. All of my links are down below in the description box. Also, all of the products that I'm using today will be in the description box as well. So let's get started. Alright, so I went ahead and moisturized my lips. I'm using the Glossier Cherry Balm.com. Now my skin is already moisturized. Now I'm going to apply a foundation primer. I haven't been into foundation primers for a while, and then the other day I was just playing with makeup and I used the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Radiance. It was just like a really good foundation day, and I'm like, what did I do that was different? And I used this primer. So I really like this foundation primer. My face is gonna get so red. Notice that my foundation stayed on a lot longer. Finally found one that I actually notice makes a difference. For those of you that have sensitive skin like myself, it is a water-based gel, really lightweight, so something to look into if you're looking for a new primer. And for foundation, I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I am in the shade F4. This stuff is full coverage. And I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Flawless Face Sponge. Erase those little eye veins. Alright, next I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer. I have been loving this one. And my shade is Light Cool. And then I'm going to take that sponge and I'm just going to turn it around and use the back side here. And blend that out. I feel like I don't hear a lot of talk about this concealer, and it is so good. It's so beautiful. It's really lightweight. The finish, I love the finish. I'm really picky with my concealer finishes, and this one just like, it's just so nice. It's just very skin-like. I want a little bit more coverage right here. It's definitely buildable too, so that's nice. Next, I'm going to go in with this stick from M.A.C. I'm going to use the Tight and Tawny side. It is basically just like a cream contour. Take that like from the top of my ear and then stop like at the corner of my eye. Up here. My chin. And then I'm going to blend that out. What do I want to use to blend this out? I'm going to use the ULTA buffing brush. I don't like to rub in circular motions. I don't like to go up and down with it. I kind of just bounce the brush over top, and it kind of just like melts into the skin. And this color is so beautiful too. Very natural, pretty contouring shade. I'm going to blend that out. Whatever's left on the brush, I just kind of like tap on my jawline. Next, I'm going to go in with my M.A.C Baby Girl Bronzing Powder. This is from the Aaliyah collection. Such a beautiful bronzer. Really fair skin. Love it so much. It's so beautiful. My favorite brush to apply bronzer is the Real Techniques blush brush. Such a nice brush. And I'm just gonna dust that on top of the areas just contoured. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit more bronzer on my brush, tap off the excess, and then gently dust over the tip of my nose. Next, I'm gonna take the Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk. I'm gonna take a little bit of that to the back of my hand, and then I'm going to use my ring finger to kind of move it around, and then I'm going to tap this on my cheeks. Obsessed with that color. It is so beautiful. It's like a really soft, peachy shade, and I love it so much. Now that we have that laid down, I'm gonna go on top of that with e.l.f. Candid Coral Blush. Next, I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. Take my Laura Mercier sponge, and I'm going to take this powder under the eyes, and I'm going to bake. Kind of like in a triangle-like shape. And bringing it back. And if this powder gets on your blush, that's okay, because you can always go back in and kind of brighten your blush up if you need to. I kind of went in a little heavy with the blush just because I know that my powder is going to kind of blend some of the color away. So I'm also going to take that powder down here and bake the center of my forehead. I get really oily. This powder is amazing. Like, if you have oily skin, just take my word and test this powder out. I love this powder so much. And then I'm also going to tap this down the center of my nose. So I'm gonna let that hang out on my face for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows, and then I will be right back to finish off the face, and then we will jump into the eyes. I don't like to bake for too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this powder away. And as I'm taking the powder away, I'm just kind of like gently knocking it away. I'm not rubbing hard or applying a lot of pressure. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle for the highlight. Her highlight is really, really soft and gentle. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Wet n Wild P77. This is from their mermaid collection. I think this was a mermaid collection. I don't know. I love this brush though to highlight. I'm just going to pop that right here. I haven't used this in such a long time, and I really like it. With whatever's left, I'm gonna just kind of take down the center of my nose and the tip. I'm gonna take my Lorac highlighter in Celestial. I've been so obsessed with this highlight lately. And I'm just gonna pick some up with my finger, and just for a little bit extra glow, I'm going to tap this right where like it starts to curve. And then I'm going to set my skin with the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the cherry scented, long lasting makeup setting spray. Oh my gosh, that smells so dreamy. Oh my goodness. I think that's like my favorite part, is misting my face with a makeup setting spray. Alright, moving on to the eyes. My eyes are already primed. I used the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Fix. It was really hard for me to find a good picture of her eyes. The lighting is weird, or the quality of the picture just isn't that great. So I'm just gonna kind of do my best with what I see. Definitely like a half smoky eye. Cranberry colors I'm seeing. I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. Really gorgeous colors in here. I feel like this palette is perfect to recreate this makeup look. This shade's a little too light for me. This shade's a little too dark. I'm gonna kind of go in with both of these. And I'm using the Violet Voss doesn't say. It's basically just like a regular crease brush. And this warm shade is brought up pretty high. There's not a lot of like highlighted brow bone going on. So I'm gonna bring this up high and just keep blending, blend, blend, blend. I haven't picked up any more product. These shadows are so pigmented. Really, really impressed. I went ahead and picked up more and I'm just going back into my crease. Do the same over here. Alright, next I'm gonna go in with this cranberry shade up here in the corner. I'm gonna take this right into the crease, pat it in there. I'm not gonna do any like swiping motions or swirling. I'm just gonna like literally pack it right into that crease. And I'm only going on the outer crease. This inner crease I'm gonna leave alone for now. I'm not even gonna blend, I just wanna lay this down. And I'm not extending it too far out. I'm kind of keeping it pretty rounded, following like the natural shape of my eye. Next, I'm going to take a different crease brush. This one is clean, and I'm just gonna gently, you wanna use the lightest touch, and I'm just gonna gently blend those edges. Brush is doing all the work. These eyeshadows blend out so nice. And then it looks like she has this pretty like shimmery bronzy gold on her lower lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that middle shade. So I'm going in with an eyeshadow brush that looks like this. I'm also going to spray that with Fix Plus, press that onto the lid. This outer lid and crease, we're gonna go in with a darker color. So this is just the inner lid. I'm gonna go in with this Laura Mercier eye color brush. It's a nice, dense, flat brush. I'm gonna pick up this really dark shade, the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm going to pack this onto the lower lid, right next to that bronzy shade we just laid down. And then I'm going to pat this up into the crease. I'm not gonna worry about blending right now, I just wanna lay this down and then we'll go in and blend once we have it down. Then I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to gently blend out that edge. And then with my finger, I'm going to kind of go in between the bronze and the darker shade, just kind of smudge those together. Next, I'm going to take this top shade in the middle right here, this like camel color crease brush. I'm going to tap off the excess. You want very, very little product. We're just going to go and warm up just above our crease a bit more. Next, I'm going to take my Makeup Addiction shader brush. I'm going to pick up the lightest shade in the palette. I'm going to take this to the brow bone, really, really lightly, blending downward. Take my Luxie mini flat angled brush and this reddish brown shade, and I'm going to take that to the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take the darkest shade again in the palette and using that same mini flat angled brush, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to smudge that on the lower lash line, but only half, so from the center outward. So just half of my lower lash line. In the inner corners, it looks like she has some highlight, so I'm going to take my Celestial highlight from Lorac, and I'm going to take my pinky and I'm just going to press that right there on the lid and the inner, to brighten it up, inner corner as well. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. It looks like she has some black liner, so we'll move on to liner. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Zero eyeliner pencil. This is just a black pencil, and I'm going to take that to the lower lash line. I'm not going to put it on my waterline. I'm going to put it right where like my lashes are. So right on the rim. Really light hand. And she brings it all the way to the inner corner. I'm going to take a flat liner brush and I'm going to push that. So I want to smudge this out a bit so it's not like just a harsh black line on my lash line. Smudge it. Next I'm going to take the Revlon COLORSTAY Sharp Line Liquid Eye Pen. I love this eyeliner. It is so, so good. I noticed she also brings it down a bit in the inner corner, so I'm going to do that too. Next, I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. This is the new COVERGIRL Exhibitionist mascara. I really like it. This reminds me of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Wand is super similar. I'm going to apply falsies. So while I wait for the mascara to dry down, I'm going to go ahead and remove my Glossier Balm. Do the lips. For the lip liner, I'm going to go in with Urban Decay 1993, like a brownish nude color. And then for the lip gloss, I'm going to go in with Lorac Unzipped Sheer Silk Lip Gloss in Unfazed. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous formula. Really, really beautiful color. I went ahead and applied some Ardell Double Wispies. The band is a little thick for my liking. I like a really nice thin band for my falsies, but they look so good. I love these lashes. They're so beautiful. I barely touched the tips of the outer lashes with some mascara. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, please. It shows me that you care. And until next time,